off to my right. So before I get started, per New Leaders tradition, I want to review our leadership actions for tonight's presentation. I can promise maybe two of them. Good evening, my New Leaders family, and thank you. Thank you so much for this incredible honor of speaking to you tonight, and thank you to everyone in this room who has made the last 2 weeks the most amazing, demanding, exhilarating, rewarding adult summer camp that matched my parents' budget. A big thank you to everyone with New Leaders. I did not have the org chart available to me, as Mary did, so I'm going to have categories that kind of, are very broad. A big thank you to the New Leaders national team. A big round of applause. To all the APBDs and people in the local teams of New Leaders, thank you very much. To our amazing, amazing session facilitators, thank you. A special thank you to all the interns, because they're running around every single day. That does not look easy. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone in this room who has made this experience possible. I know I speak for everyone in this room when I say, thank you. And a huge thank you to the 78 phenomenal leaders in front of me that I'm proud to call friends. My fellow Cohort 14 residents from Memphis, New Orleans, the Bay Area, Washington, D.C., Prince George's County, Baltimore, New York, Chicago, and Chicago. Tonight marks the end of Summer Foundations. Applause break. Over the last 2 weeks, or 3 weeks for us FSD folk, you don't know what it was like. We have been pushed and challenged in ways many of us never dreamed possible. We have been shaped into transformational school leaders. The type of transformational leaders who do things like steal desserts from college dining halls and use public transportation to travel 4 blocks. Seriously, 4 blocks. During our time here, we have been equipped with an arsenal of leadership strategies and best practices that will help us drive change at our resident sites. We have all grown immensely in just 2 weeks, and I'm confident that development will continue throughout the next year. And yet, as this experience concludes, all I'm left with are wonderings. And I'd like to share some of those wonderings. I'm wondering, despite all of this amazing training, how many colossal mistakes I'm going to make as a school leader just over the next year. I'm wondering if I'm truly prepared to tackle adaptive challenges on the ground. I'm wondering if I can get some quick feedback on my initial strategic plan for waterfront. Enrollment now open. I'm wondering if I can develop others into facilitative leaders when I'm still figuring it out myself. I'm wondering if every new leader's staff meeting agenda looks like this. They love that open narrow cliff. Is there anyone who can't live with me moving on? I'm wondering how I can put all of these strategies into practice in some type of practical way. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to put all of these strategies into a bucket or a container or a toolkit. It's been very unclear. Your message needs to be more consistent. I'm wondering, in my darkest moments, if I'll remember that our ultimate goal is student achievement. I'm wondering if, since I've been up here, someone has stolen my chair in the name of progress. John. I'm wondering if building efficacy in others is as daunting as it seems right now. I'm wondering how I spent 2 weeks in the same building and still can't tell you what photonics means. That's my best guess. Please don't tell me, don't ruin it. I'm wondering if I can engage parents who had negative experiences in school and don't even feel comfortable entering the building. I'm wondering if we are all living in a Truman Show style bubble at the mercy of Dr. Brendan O'Day. He's very mysterious, but not too mysterious for Google image search. I'm wondering how we're supposed to utilize 79 distinct perspectives on this work. I'm also wondering what we're supposed to do with 79 unopened Ethernet cords. It's 2014. I'm wondering how I can effectively support instruction. These sincere ones being put in are just how I can effectively support instruction when a million other things demand my attention. I'm wondering what new leaders will do with 200 hours of session footage that looks exactly like this. That's like 40% broad. Who's watching that? I'm wondering if my new leader's elevator speech truly gets to the core of why I love this work. Here's a big one. I'm wondering if when we envision putting students on the path to college, we knew that path would cut in front of us in the pizza line at Warren Towers.
Oh my God.
I'm wondering if I'm actually ready to be a great school leader on Monday, when I officially begin my residency. I wonder if this suit looks as good on the dance floor as it does from the balcony. I'm wondering how many of you have checked into your flights, arranged shuttles, or just straight up left since I started talking. We're ready to go. But mostly I'm wondering if leadership is really as lonely as they say. Transition to sentimental portion. I needed to note it. That's not what I did. I don't do sincerity all that well. When I had to write this portion of my speech, I was at a loss. It's the same reason why I struggle to give an authentic answer when people ask me why I'm a new leader, or why I teach in DC schools, or why I have 2 pencils tattooed on my wrist. It's because I know what they want to hear. The canned answer they expect from someone who looks like me and is doing this work. Things that I believe, sure, but they don't define me. Last week I actually had this conversation with Meredith from Chicago, and we promised to explore our authentic reasons for doing this work. And it wasn't until a few nights ago, tired and weary from a productive LIA session, that I finally discovered it. I do this for me, and I think that's okay. I do this work because it's the only thing I deem worthy of my absolute best effort. It's the only thing in my life that keeps me pushing on after fatigue, frustration, and even failure set in. I do it because I'm good at it, and not many people are. I do it because watching students achieve at high levels makes me feel amazing for them, but also about myself. At some point along the way, my own self-worth became inextricably tied to the success of my students. And while that's not exactly healthy, downright destructive, I know it's going to serve me well as a school leader. I'm a new leader because I want to champion student achievement on a larger scale. I want to give everything I have to my students, staff, and community, knowing in time it will be returned in spades. I know that's a bit much for an elevator ride, but we're going to the 26th floor of Aganis, and you have a slow. It's like, are we, seriously, we're at floor 5? But I know this is not going to be easy. And I know I can't do it alone. If this experience has taught me anything, it's that I'm not alone. As I head into my residency year, my wonderings are far outweighed by the things I know in my heart. I know that when I need literacy strategies for a struggling teacher, I can call Brittany from Memphis. I know that when attempts to build relationships with my staff fall flat, I can hit up Kristen from Chicago. I know that when I need a parent's perspective on this work, I can call John from Chicago, Latasha from Memphis, Renee from PG, and so many others sitting in front of me. I know that when I feel like an absolute failure, my DC cohort will be there to lift me up with laughter, compassion, perspective, and Dallas's impression of Michelle. He's going to be upset with me. I know that when I have meetings all day and only 4 minutes to work out, I can call Ashley from the Bay. That's all you need. I know that when I'm beyond discouraged and the only thing that will make me feel better is a delightful Englishman turned New Yorker, I can call Miles. I know that when I don't have the right pair of wacky socks to wear with a particular outfit, Scott Neal will be there. He will. He's a doctor. And I know that when I am tired and frustrated and flat out defeated in October, I will come right back to my new leaders family, this time in Annapolis. I just hope the beds are more comfortable. Thank you.